topics are always interesting, always meeting new people.
There's a good collection of colleagues and legal support companies.
The information's been superb.
The praise for AIPLA's annual meeting just keeps pouring in. Welcome back to AIPLA TV, sponsored by Jameson. I'm Rhonda Craig. From first-time attendees to returning members, AIPLA's annual meeting has a little something for everyone in IP. From technical expertise to translation services, the AIPLA Exhibit Hall is the one-stop shop for global innovation and cost-effective solutions in IP.
It's interesting, a lot of variety. I think for us, perhaps we're interested in the booths relating to translations.
We help companies generate a lot more return on investment from their intellectual assets. And we're talking to a lot of the right people, which is really important.
Being that we sell a patent search and analysis tool as well as services for IP lawyers and so forth, it's a really good opportunity for us to get in front of them, and it's one that we go to every year and we'll continue to go to.
There are a lot of booths as well from the European Patent Office and from other European National Patent Office, and that is very important to disseminate the information and as well to harmonize the patent system in Europe.
The hall layout was designed with attendees' needs in mind. Here in the Cyber Cafe, internet kiosks offer convenient areas to catch up on business, while the refreshment center promotes face-to-face relationship building.
AIPLA is not only a good entity for academic learning, but also for networking opportunities. It's getting better and better.
I think this meeting has been growing, and you see more people from other countries, not only U.S. attorneys, and I like it very much.
Attendees tell me this year's educational content is second to none. On Friday, we tackled some of the hottest topics in litigation. A subject matter expert from each of the 4 disciplines in IP law made up the panel for this informative session, which covered the latest headlines in trademark, copyright, patent, and trade secret litigation. Topics range from transformative fair use and copyright issues to the rise of the expert in claim construction battles.
Hopefully they got an idea of some of the cases they need to be paying attention to and some of the flux that's currently going on, and it appears a lot of the fields in terms of what's accepted and what litigants need to be keeping in mind.
Panelists spent the second half of the afternoon discussing remedies before closing the discussion with an attendee Q&A session.
For many of us who practice litigation in the area, remedies is the end game, and knowing what end game often determines what sort of end we want from the end of the case, and I think that's a very important topic, and they really did a nice job reviewing it.
From there, panelists walked us through a statistical analysis of the issuance rate of software and business method patents since the decision of Alice. Despite some improvement over the last several months, there's been a noted drop-off in issued patents since the decision came out. Experts say only time will tell how the Patent Office will interpret Alice in the long run.
Without alerting the public, really getting the message out there, I don't think there'll be much change in Congress or within the courts. So I think that if there's a message to go out to everyone, is that we need to inform everyone about the importance of the patent system, particularly in the software space and also biotech.
The Honorable Maria Palente from the U.S. Copyright Office delivered a dynamic presentation on Copyright Office modernization.
The goals are to administer the copyright law effectively, efficiently, and skillfully, make copyright records easily searchable and widely available, provide impartial expert assistance to Congress, executive branch agencies, and the courts, deliver outstanding information services, educational programs, publications, expert resources, and then it gets hard.
Today, in honor of the AIPLA's annual meeting, her team released their strategic plan for the next 5 years. Within the plan are numerous public processes that will give customers a say in how the office operates.
I think just more pragmatically, we serve a community that is on the bleeding edge of innovation and creativity at all times. For us not to harness that would be silly.
In this next session, an international panel discussed the importance of trade secret uniformity. Presenters discussed the Uniform Trade Secrets Act in the U.S. and went on to identify key differences amongst the states. Panelists also discussed how the European Union is considering harmonizing trade secret laws for over 20 countries. The final speaker closed with a thought-provoking presentation on trade secret protection in Taiwan and China. Session moderator Elizabeth Rowe says she hopes AIPLA will continue to focus more on what's happening outside of the U.S.
IP is more and more critical to business and how business works, and whether companies even decide to engage in trade in other countries if they are concerned about the protection of their intellectual property. So it is, I think, entirely fitting and particularly and especially important.
In keeping with the international theme, AIPLA's networking events are the perfect forums for making global connections. We'll leave you now with the sights and sounds from Thursday's networking receptions. On behalf of AIPLA TV, sponsored by Jameson, I'm Rhonda Craig. Thanks for joining us.